And we are live. We're live. We're live. We're live. I'm so excited. Honestly, you guys are about to get your entire meanwhile, I have to mute myself. I'm sorry. I'm just, just out here, just everything all at the same time. But here's the thing. You guys don't even understand. I was able to interview Amon and Christina on my podcast, Brown Ambition. Plug, 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 plug. If you're not listening, what are you doing with your life? And they literally, I don't think you guys know what happened. Like after I heard you guys on Brown Ambition and heard the level of joy and just freedom in your voice, I literally said, I don't feel that way. I love what I do because I love helping and serving, but I feel just like I'm drowning so much of the time. And it was it just was something in your voices. There was just this level of freedom and joy. And I was like, I didn't feel that way. I actually looked for a therapist after that, ended up finding a coach. And now I'm on the path to where you guys are. Right. But because I was just like, honestly, I don't think y'all understand. Like I said, I love what I do, but there was a sense of joy that I heard in you that I had not heard in myself in a long time. Wow. And so I was just like, so to have you here. So for those of you who don't know, Amon, I have this thing on. It's not supposed to be on. Y'all didn't even tell me this was on. Amon and Christine, they are this amazing couple. They're parents, they're married, and they have succeeded at what's called the FIRE movement. Has anybody ever heard of the FIRE movement? Let me know in the comments, right? Have you heard of the FIRE movement? You follow them on YouTube? I know you do because they're the best, right? So they're Rich Journey, if you don't know. So FIRE stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. And they've done that, right? Like, where are you guys right now? Where are you located?
We are in Portugal right now.
Incredible.
And it is it's actually 1:00 in the morning here.
Oh, my bad.
But you know what? We are retired, so we took a long nap. So we got all the energy in the world.
You know what that's called, y'all? That's called, the kids will call that a flex, right? Because when you're retired, you could do that. 1:00 in the morning is 1:00 in the afternoon. And so honestly, first of all, half these people been know y'all. They love y'all already. And what I really just wanted is I asked Amon and Christina if they could come on and just talk to y'all about the FIRE movement. What does it mean? How can you start on your own journey? Because anybody trying to work until they're 101, talking about I'm retired. Meanwhile, your knees can't move. We're not doing that. Financial independence, retire early. If you want to FIRE, type FIRE in the comments. F-I-R-E. Type FIRE in the comments you want to FIRE. So I am going to read their bio really quickly, but then I'm going to mute myself because they're amazing educators. If you don't follow them on YouTube, you're literally missing out on life. So they are amazing educators. And so I wanted them to have class tonight. Teach us about FIRE. What does it look like? Because I'm not going to lie, you don't see too many folk. You know what I mean by folk? All the melanin out here firing, okay? And so the fact that they are brown, beautiful, and they got some babies. They're not babies no more because their kids are because they're like, are they teenagers yet? Are they still?
They are.
They're still babies. They're still babies.
That's spoken like a true father.
Teenager babies, yeah.
I'm one of 5 girls. My dad's like, yeah, you're still a baby. Meanwhile, I'm 40.
Exactly.
So let me read their bio really quickly, and then I'm gonna hand y'all over to them. And stay to the end. When I tell you one of the best gifts I've ever gifted to y'all. So if you have not shared this video, if you have not tagged your bestie or your mother or your cousin or whoever, then do you really love them? No, honestly, share this video because you're going to get so much life. We've never, as a Budget Needs to Dreamcatcher community, talked about FIRE. And it's time that we do. Right. So Amon and Christina, they're former federal government employees that focus on saving, making, and investing money so they could grow enough wealth in their investments to never have to work again. Now, I know looking at them, you can't tell with black, right? You could be 80 looking like them, or they could be 40 looking like, you never know how we go. But they are retired, y'all. After pursuing financial independence for 8 years, they amassed more than not 1.5, but 2 whole $1 million, and they quit their jobs as federal government employees, and they retired in Portugal with their 2 young daughters. I mean, honestly, goals on top of goals on top of goals on top of goals. I'm gonna stop gushing because I can talk all day, y'all. I'm gonna mute myself. And I'm going to allow Amon and Christina to take over and just give us a lesson. I mean, first of all, if you don't have, me, I love a notebook. I don't know what y'all playing. I got my notebook and I got my pen at the ready because I am a student as well. If you are excited, say excited in the comments. And thank you so much, Amon and Christina. And the floor is yours. I'm going to activate your presentation and I'm going to deactivate my. But I'll be back.
Oh my goodness.
I'll be back.
Oh. Thank you so much. Like it is 1:30 in the morning here, but it feels like 12 o'clock in the afternoon after that excitement, right? Yeah. It's like, we took a nap today. We got a lot of rest. So we are just so excited to talk to you guys about something that we feel like is the ultimate level of personal finance. When I was a kid, my parents were talking about, good credit. And my generation was talking about, debt freedom, but financial independence. I mean, that is the next level of personal finance. And so today we want to share with you guys really something that has changed our lives and the people around us. We want to talk to you guys about financial independence. We want to talk to you guys about retiring early. Share how if we were able to do it, we truly believe that it's an option for everyone. Everyone should be pursuing financial independence.
Yeah, so we want to sort of break down the sort of steps that we took in order to reach financial independence and retire early, because it took us an 8-year journey. It was an 8-year journey in order to do that. But what we really wanted to do was sort of start from prior to that, because we think by sort of sharing that to give you some insight of where we were before we started, if you find that you see some of the same elements in we're hoping that it can really inspire or motivate you to show you that you can really achieve FIRE too. Because, before we started pursuing FIRE, we were really in this sort of caught up in this lifestyle of really trying to keep up with the Joneses, buying like flashy cars and trying to live this lifestyle where, we didn't really prioritize what we should be prioritizing. We prioritized material things, I think, at the time.
Yeah, and it's interesting because as we made more money, we spent more money. And we saw that we were going down this path of really, everything that we were buying began to own us. It took away from the real freedom that we were yearning for.
So that leads to, this sort of stage where we thought, okay, we need to change things. Amon came home from work one day and was like, we need to retire. We need to retire before we're 40. So it was just this mind shift that we thought, like, we'd never seen anyone who had ever done it. We never heard of anything like it, but we thought, okay, well, what do we have to do in order to meet this goal of potentially retiring before 40, which is ultimately what we ended up doing. And it was just about having this complete mind shift, being very intentional about our money. But it involved really 3 very core types of changes or aspects that we had in our everyday life, in our finances. And it was based on focusing on saving money, on making money, and then on investing money. And it wasn't like we weren't saving or making money before, but it was just taking it to an entirely different level. It was saving as much money as we could, finding ways to make more money, and then invest that money.
Yeah, and we want to emphasize the more, right? Because we talk about the pillars of FI: save more, make more, and invest more. Because you might be out there saving money, making money, and investing money, but when you start to pursue financial independence, when you start to really be intentional about this journey, you find that you start to get 1% better. And that's all that we set out to do, was try to get 1% better, get a little closer to our goal. So when people are thinking about saving for retirement in the traditional sense, most people will save 10 to 15% of their money. And I say most people, that's the rule of thumb. But At one point, Christina and I were saving about 70% of our income towards this financial independence goal. So if we were saving the typical amount, 10 to 15%, we would have retired at 60 or 65. But the more that we could save, if we could increase that savings rate by 1%, that means we were going to be able to move up that retirement date even sooner.
And I love sharing that process of thought, which was for us, it was just taking small baby steps to change and really refocus the way that we dealt with money, so that we started off small. We didn't say like, okay, we want to retire by 40. Let's start tomorrow and decide that we're going to save 70% of our income. It was like, no, let's take these steps. We can't save 70 tomorrow. We're not at that stage yet. But we know if we start taking mini steps, like little baby steps, we can eventually get there. And I think that's the mind shift that happens when you start going on this FIRE journey. It's like thinking about, okay, maybe I can't do this huge thing tomorrow, but I can create this snowball effect where I'm doing changes to my finances, to my personal finances, even to relationships, so that everything starts getting better and better. And it started with saving money.
Yeah.
But there's only so much money you can save, right? So then the next step really becomes, okay, let's start hustling and let's really figure out how can we make more money.
Yeah, and the making more money, I mean, saving money is not that fun, all right? But the making money, that's the fun part, because when you set this goal of financial independence, it's like you become resourceful. Like the universe sends you these money making ideas. And I would always tell my friends, as soon as I started this journey, it was like money was in the streets. You literally just had to go out there and pick it up. So when we were making more money, I mean, we were doing things like retail arbitrage. We at one point we had 3 Airbnbs going. We got started in real estate, having no background in real estate, and then making over $400,000 in real estate. And it was just all of these things that when you're focused on this, you would be surprised what you can come up with. So if you're making money now, when you are pursuing FIRE, the idea is that you want to make more money.
Right. And I mean, I put these pictures up here too, because it sort of represents really our journey in terms of how we spent our 8 years. We have 13 and 14-year-old girls, and you can see one of our side hustles over here is making furniture and selling that, and like getting the girls involved. And then we had the Etsy store, which is another picture, and the girls got involved with that too. And it's really this idea of like, okay, let's get everyone involved on this journey and everyone excited about this journey, so that we continue to stay motivated and really pushing ourselves to reach this goal, which was to retire before 40. So we did the saving, we did the making money, but in order to retire early in a condensed period of time, you can save and make as much as you can. But ultimately, in order for us to retire early, it had to involve the third component, which was investing money. And that was what really propelled our journey into that 8-year journey.
Yeah. So unfortunately, some people are really good at saving and some people are really good at making money, and they fail to take that additional money that they make and put it to work for them, so that they don't have to work anymore. They don't have to worry about making more money or saving more money, because the money that they've already been able to invest by doing those other two things starts to work for you. And so, when you make an investment, one of the nice things about certain investments is those investments will pay you dividends. And for us, learning how to invest was the greatest investment we ever made, because that knowledge will continue to pay us dividends for the rest of our lives. And it's one of the reasons why we're so adamant about like learning how to invest, because it is such a powerful thing when you can truly take control of your investments. You really take control of your money. You take control of your freedom. So it was one thing for us to achieve financial independence, but in order for us to stay in financial independence, we had to really learn how to invest. And so as we were on this journey, as we were making more money, saving more money, we were learning how to invest that money.
Yeah, and I'm looking at one of the comments here, and it says, it's never you're never too old, you're never too late to begin investing. Yes. And I think that's such a powerful statement, right? Because I think people sometimes think like, maybe I am too old, or maybe I have plenty of time to invest. But when you are investing, that is the perfect way to really accelerate your retirement journey in order to retire early. And at the beginning when we started talking, we said really retiring early, reaching financial independence, anyone can do it. We were living a lifestyle where at one point we were just like, we don't have any money to save. We're spending all of our money. We have no money to save. We don't have extra money. We're federal government employees. How would we make extra money, right? And it's really about changing things in your lifestyle. And then it's also about learning how to invest because, from our background, we didn't know how to invest from high school, from college, from our parents. We didn't come from families with money. And so we had to start from scratch. If you are starting from scratch, it's very possible for you to learn about investing in real estate, for you to learn about investing in the stock market. And, at one point before we really got into it, it could cause a lot of anxiety and like you feel like you don't have the confidence to do it. But I mean, I think of it holistically and all of the things that you need to do on your journey and make investing a priority, make saving a priority, and make making more money a priority in order to accelerate that journey if you're interested in reaching financial independence and retiring early. So we're going to leave you with this last slide to really illustrate what it was, what we were looking for. We were looking for not just to retire early before 40 because there's some sort of number like, oh, 40 is a pretty round number, let's do that. But it was about figuring out what we wanted to retire to. It was about having these new experiences with our family, surfing with our family for the first time, moving and traveling abroad, traveling to all these different countries and just spending more time with each other. And so if we can leave you with anything, it's really focus on those three aspects: making money, saving money, and investing money, and have the faith that you can actually do it because anyone can really achieve financial independence.
Yes. And honestly, and with that, because I know you guys have like tons of questions, but here's the thing that I asked Amon and Christina. I was like, okay, so this seems hard. It seems like a lot. And I reached out to them because I noticed, like, even on my team, so y'all know I call my team Unicorn Squad, and members of the Unicorn Squad had taken their course, online. They were like, oh my gosh, like you have to take Amon and Christina's course. It's so amazing. So I was like, girl, if you know me, like I know me, I'm not going to take their course. I'm going to have them make a course just for dream catchers because that's how we do. So I was like, so normally, like, so if you go on their site, like right now, if they were going to take your course, how much is your course right now on your site?
Yeah. So if they go on our site, the regular course, which is not even what we're doing for you because we're going above and beyond, and I know you'll get to that, but the regular course is $175. And
yes.
It's,
and so I was like, people are going to want to learn, like, how do I step by step, like, especially y'all know you've taken any of my literature challenge. I'm all about templates. The teacher in me is like, I know you need to be handheld step by step by step. So I asked if they could create something specifically for dream catchers because I know y'all spoiled. Y'all like my children, I just be like, nobody comes here without giving us something special. Literally everyone we connect with has a special thing just for dream catchers that you can't find anywhere else. So they said, you know what? We can do a 5-day fire your way to early retirement live masterclass. A live masterclass just for us. And so I understand on day 1, it's mindset and general concept of FIRE. Day 2, how to save more money for investing. Remember, all this is for the purpose of investing. 3, how to make more money for investing, because you can't budget and save your way to wealth. You must invest your way to wealth. Day 4, how to invest money to retire. That's the day I've been the Kermit me, right? How to invest money to retire, because honestly, like, budgeting got it, savings got it, but investing, I'm still a little nervous on my side. And day 5, putting it all together to start your action plan. Like, do you know what it's going to feel like for you to have a plan to say, in 5 years, if I do these things, I can actually retire? This is a family. It's one thing to be single, which, that's awesome. But here you have a family, they have children, and they're Black. And so do you know how hard it is to be able to do all of this, with some of the restraints, that they had in life. And so I wanted them to create something for us. So they created this. And so give me so how is it going? How does the course actually go? Because I'm like a course connoisseur. So
Yeah.
are you going to be teaching live? Am I watching videos? How does this course go?
Okay, it's actually a mixture. So what we want to do is we have, like you said, it's 5 days. It's Monday through Friday. And so we have about an hour's worth of video for each day. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, there's an hour's worth of video for people to watch whenever they want throughout that day. So we really hope that everyone can watch it on the day of, because later on in the evening, we have a 1 hour live to discuss, everything that we talked about in the videos. And then we also have these very fun, I'm not going to call them homework assignments, because how does fun and homework go together? But action assignments. And then we talk about that too. So every single day we have a 1 hour live to communicate with everyone and really hash out the things that we talked about if people have questions. And then we also have a private exclusive Facebook group for people to interact with us and interact with everyone else in the course and ask questions, So what I was saying, our course that's $175 does not offer the 5 1 hour lives. So this is something, Tiffany, like you said, you need to do it big for us. And we're like, okay, yeah, let's do it.
Challenge accepted.
Yes. Yeah. No, because honestly, I feel like, my audience is largely women, and especially women of color. We are always last in line. And I'm like, no, you eat first here, sis. Yeah. You get the big piece of chicken up in here. And so I always challenge everyone who comes here to give us the big piece of chicken, and that's what we're getting. But what I'm really excited about is that live. So because everyone learns differently. Like in teaching, they call it differentiated learning. So you get this recorded component, but then to be able to later on that night. So I believe the live sessions are taking place the 5 days, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That way you put the baby to sleep.
Exactly.
Right? Feed your partner and be focused and really try to get your homework done ahead of time. So that way, when you come for your live sessions, you can be like, I have a question. Now, here's the question. Will the live sessions be recorded?
Yep. The live sessions will also be recorded. They'll be saved so that if you miss it for some reason, you will have it up and you can look at it and go back and get all the information from that too.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Unfortunately, because literally there's like almost 1,500 people watching, right? So there's like 1,300 here. I saw that there was actually not even almost more than that. I saw that on another, because we're on Facebook right now, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on YouTube. And so there's 1,000 here. So we're over 2,000 people watching. So I know that there's limited seating, right? That's what my unicorns told me. So that just means that I want you all to jump on this. So one, normally their full-fledged class that doesn't come with live is $175. And I asked, well, what normally would a class like this, what would you price it out as? Because it's 5 days. And they were like, closer to $100, like $97. I said, so what's the dream catcher rate? And they said, somebody guess, what you think they said? Oh, wait, no, you said that. That's what it was, right? I was like, that's what it was. That normally,
it's a surprise.
Yes, I did. No, but I just couldn't believe that's literally like 55% off your normal price. Like that's insane to go from $175 to $97 specifically for us. And so I'm excited. I'm joining. If you know me, you know I have something called my Lisa rule. Some of you guys are asking me like, what's the link? Here's where you join at 5daystoFire.com. So I've got a baby sister, Lisa. She's not a baby, she's grown, but she's the youngest of the 5 of us, and she'll always be a baby. And so I have a Lisa rule, and my Lisa rule is this: if I would not share with Lisa, I used to have a Tiffany rule, which is if I'll do it, I'll share it with y'all, because I feel like that's an alignment, that's integrity, but it's not for me. because Lisa's the baby, I am hypersensitive to her financial journey. And so everything I do, everybody I connect with, everyone I partner with, because I'm not, honestly, I get probably about hundreds of requests a year for people to partner with me. And the answer is 99.9% no, because it's not a fit, because it doesn't pass my Lisa rule, which is if I would not share with Lisa openly, freely, joyfully, because of how protective I am over her, then I'm not going to share it with y'all. Y'all are my Lisas. And Our Rich Journey and Amon and Christina passed my Lisa rule times 10. Like I just can't. No, for real. Because I don't understand. You guys are just. We're not highly represented in the space of fire, and to see y'all firing. If you don't follow them on Insta, you're missing your life. To see like their beautiful home in Portugal. Their girls have even their own YouTube page, and it's just like this is not about money. I hope you understand that. I didn't start the Budgetista. It's not about money. It's about how do I achieve the life that I know I'm deserving of. And they are living the life that we are all deserving of, a life of freedom, a life of joy, a life of connectedness, a life of alignment. And we are providing a space for you to learn step by step how to do the same thing. They're amazing educators. If you don't follow them on YouTube, you're missing out, because they are amazing educators. And I'm an educator, so I see it. And I want this for you. And for $97, 55, percent off what they normally charge. And we get them live. There are other courses, you don't get them live. And so I cannot express enough how I think you ought to take advantage of this. I think you ought to go to 5daystofire.com, because it's such an amazing deal. And honestly, I don't think y'all understand how overwhelming when folks do this for us, it can be. And so they've decided to create limited seating just so they don't get overwhelmed. So if you're wanting it, get it now. I can't promise. It's not my course, because y'all will hit me up like, I didn't get it. Madam, I don't make the rules. I simply just share, and then I hope you jump on it. If you've joined and you're smart, matter of fact, I see my sister text me right now. She always texts me. She's like, I'm like, no, sis, you have to pay. Take on it. All right. It's like, whatever. You gotta log in now. That just means you really need it. It's $97, boo-boo. You got it. I babysat the kids for free last week. You got the extra. And so if you're excited, if you've joined, the link is 5daystofire.com. You should see it on the screen. Can y'all see it? 5daystofire.com. If you signed up, just say signed up in the comments, because I'm excited for you. Because like I said, this is not about money. It's really about having the tools that you need to achieve the life that you deserve. And so I'm excited for you, because I think that knowing that, this is accessible, and that people who look like you, sound like you, came from the same places as you, they've achieved it, and they're willing to share that information. Because honestly, Christina and Amon can say, we live in Portugal. Y'all like your home. We over here backhand bouncing with the baby. I mean, we can do a cute YouTube video here and there, but we're busy taking naps. And have you seen? They have a farm, y'all. I've been all in your business. You think about your business. I see y'all with the fruit trees on your thing. Y'all are busy, girl. I'm a stalker and a fan. Okay. They got a puppy. Oh, they got fruit trees. Oh, they got a farm. These people are busy in Nigeria. I'm Nigerian. We say, you're enjoying. You're enjoying. You're enjoying. You want to enjoy? No, yo, honestly, I'm so excited. I mean, I'm usually not even this hype. I'm even hyped for me. I am hyped for me. And so if you're hyped too, please go to 5daystofire.com. Now, here's the thing. If you go to 5daystofire.com and it's full, that's not my problem. That's not my fault. Right? I'm just letting you know right now. Yes, y'all literally sometimes you come into my inbox and you don't use the nice words. And I'm like, I told you that 55% off is not going to last long. I told you that these are limited, because when does class start, right? So because today is Wednesday is September 8th, and class starts what day?
This Monday. It starts, I'm pulling up Monday, the 13th.
Yes.
So that's it. And so registration. So if you're lucky enough and registration is not closed because of how many people have signed up, then the last day to actually register, if there's still spots left, is what's the last day? Saturday?
It's the end of Saturday, the midnight Saturday night.
Midnight Saturday. So midnight Eastern Standard Time, because I promise you that I don't care if you live in Hawaii. I'm telling you this in Amon and Christina because I get these messages. Oh, I didn't know I live in Hawaii. And no. Midnight Saturday Eastern Standard Time, if there's still spots available. Because sometimes when we've done these and I've shared like an amazing course that I've asked an amazing creator to create just for you, they've been so overwhelmed and inundated, and we've listened to them. So as a result, we've allowed folks to put a cap on how many people signed up. And so I don't know what that cap is, but just know that, maybe next year we'll have them back if you don't, make it in this time around. That is if they're not, living in, Madrid by then, but, if you're here and you're live, or maybe you're watching the recording, 5 days to FIRE, it's literally at the bottom, 5days2fire.com. And so I would love, I know if you guys have questions.
Yeah.
I see, somebody says it's not working. I told y'all be breaking websites. Y'all be breaking websites. Someone was like, it's not working. Look, Tracy Lee asked, is this recommended for someone who will not retire before the age of 65? So Tracy, what do you mean by that? That will not retire?
Maybe, maybe she'll comment. There's a lot of comments coming through. So I think maybe the question also could be related to, what if you have a job and you want to keep working? You don't actually want to retire, because there's a lot of people out there that feel very passionate about the work that they're doing, and they don't necessarily want to retire early or at 65 or whenever. They want to keep working. And so really the course is dedicated to anyone that wants to retire early, but also anyone that wants to reach financial independence. And financial independence means that you have really enough money that if you wanted to retire, you could quit and retire and never have to work again. But it doesn't mean that you have to retire. So it's really about understanding all of your finances and figuring out how to do everything with your money, saving, making, investing, mindset, everything like that, so that you can reach financial independence. So if people are in that mindset that they want to continue working, but they just want to get to financial independence, this class is also for them.
I love that, because here's the thing. I asked myself the other day, if I were to get say $10 million, right? What would how life would look different for me? And I said, you know what? I honestly, there would be some things I close down, but I would keep the budget needs to open, because I honestly enjoy it. Just like you guys don't have to be here, but you continue to teach because you teach from a place of joy, And so just so you guys can see, I'm going to show you guys let me see, as my niece Amelia would say, share a screen. I'm going to, girl, just share the screen. Chrome tab. I want to show you what FIRE, so that way you can see the site, because I know some of you guys are having trouble. Can you see, Christina and Mom? You guys can see the site. So if you go to 5days2fire.com, and it's still here, I mean, it's not my problem, it's not my business. As Tabitha would say, it's not my business if it's still up, because it's still available. As you can see here, it says it starts Monday, September 13th to Friday, September 17th. It's $97, which is 55% off their normal price. And this comes with live sessions every single day during that 5 days. And the live sessions, you said, are recorded, correct?
Yes, that's right. Mm-hmm.
So even if you miss them, because I know some of y'all like, I miss it. We know, sis, you work. It's okay. You can still watch the recording, right? So to participate, you have to know either one, if it's still available and open, because the cap is not up to me. If it's still available and open, then you have to sign up, by latest Saturday, September 11th, 2021. Oh, it says PD. Look, I guess that, you know what? Look, it made a liar out of me. 11:59. Well, look, Pacific time. Okay, Hawaii, you got that. You got that. The woman who's like, okay, well, you have a little extra time, a little 3 hours, okay? What I love is, here's the course curriculum. That's how you know it's real. When people have a curricula, you know it's real. Monday, the concepts, and you can see these concepps here, right? So Tuesday, how to save more money. You're going to calculate your savings rate, which is really important, and tips to saving money on housing. Honestly, their stuff is so thorough. Wednesday, how to make more money and pay off debt. This is critical. Developing a side hustle, avoiding bad debt. You see on Thursday, how to invest. This is the day. Yo, this is the day. I'm gonna see you in there. Y'all think I'm playing? I'm like, girl, move over. I'm gonna be teacher's pet. Like, actually, right? That is the day. Don't sit in the back of the class. So this is the front, Rosa Parks.
Yes.
We're sitting in the front. And then Friday, getting to FIRE and putting it all together. Because sometimes, and I love that you have that, because the educator in me knows that sometimes people will learn these individual concepts, but don't know how to bring it together to create a plan.
Exactly.
You know? And so, and I love the fact that there are assignments, because here's the thing. The educator in me also knows that you have to allow people to check for understanding.
Exactly.
How you do that is you have to give people like, and here's the exercise to see if you get it. Because if you do the exercise and you don't get it, now during the 1 hour live Q&A, you can say, I didn't get it.
Exactly. It's like a 3-step process every single day, right? You get to watch the videos, you get to do your action assignment, and then you get to come back to the live for an hour and discuss any questions that you have, to clarify information that you have, or just to get, to share what you know already. And it's really just at the end for the live to really solidify everything that we talked about earlier in the day.
I just love that. And then after 5 days, you'll be well on your way to financial independence and retiring early. Now, question, because so after 5 days, how long will that Facebook group stay open after that 5 days? Because I know it's not forever.
Yeah, so the Facebook group is going to be open for the same amount with the class. It's sort of tied to the class. So the Facebook group is where you get to communicate, where you have questions, but it's tied to the class. So it's not going to be extended beyond the classroom.
I'm gonna see if I can get them, y'all, to just give us 2 extra days just to watch videos.
Already asking, hey, but we need more. We need more.
2 days to watch videos. Even we don't have to be in here. Us, we gonna behave ourselves. Just 2 more days. No, so it switched. No, did it switch to 150 already when you click the orange button? Did we sell out already? Let me see.
No.
I don't know.
Let me see.
So. No.
Yeah, no, you still good. No, click on that button again. It should be like, sis, click on it again, Yeah,
no, make sure you go to 5 days for FIRE. That's where the special class is. Yeah.
Because if you go to their website, then yes, it's that full price. We don't pay, we don't pay full price around here. So I'm like, close your ears, Amon and Christina. We don't do that. We don't. Right? So for us, it's not nobody's 150, no 175.
Exactly.
No, it is $97. You better get it and lock it in while it's still available. Like, look, I don't know. You see my shirt. It says, it's about the generational wealth for me.
Oh,
like,
I gotta get on TikTok and do that too.
Yeah. Right. And so, like I said, y'all, I'm just gonna see if we can slide to it. Just a little bonus. I'm gonna, wheel and deal. I'm gonna send you. Y'all got kids. I'm gonna send you all my books. You don't even need it, but I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna autograph them for you. Like, I'm trying to think what else. What else do I have? I will send you my plan. Just do it.
The planet in the garden, in the farm, right?
This ain't even real. Y'all got real plants over there. No, but honestly, just thank you, Amon and Christina. This has been like you're just honestly a blessing. I know we've had like a lot of fun, and it's been really amazing and jovial, but you are truly like saving lives, because you really saved mine. Like I said, I totally transformed and shifted how I navigated with my plans about the money that I make after I interviewed you on my podcast. And I wanted that for you. So the lives are Eastern Standard Time or
yes.
PD. Okay.
The lives are 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Okay, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, just so you guys know. And if you miss it, like I said, you can still watch the replay. You have those 5 days, 7. Those 5 days to but you get your 5 lives, and then you can. So you just want to make sure. Here's why it's important that time is like this, because if not, let's just say they said we keep it open for a year. Y'all would drag it out. This forces you to take action. It forces you to say, I am going to make time and invest in myself, and say, no, I don't have forever and ever and ever and ever. If I am able to convince them for 2 days of just like extra study time, like that's a bonus. But if not, that's okay too, because I want you to I want you to practice taking action when the opportunity presents itself.
Yes.
I want you to practice setting aside time for you. Like since I came, I took a 6-week hiatus after the podcast interview with Amon and Christina, just so I could woosah. And since then, I have been setting aside time. I read a book a week now because I'm like, who's more important than taking care of myself? Who?
Exactly.
And that is what the FIRE movement is about. And that's what you guys are going to learn. So I will see y'all in there. All right. She says, oh, she locked me out of Facebook. Okay, don't worry about it. So she said 2 extra days. I know, right? Don't worry about it. I'm working on it, Joy. You just you just be quiet, girl. I got this. This is what I do. Right? All right. Any last words, Amon and Christina? Because I know it's early there, and I know although you're retired, you can still get to bed. Any last words there?
We're just so, I mean, we're so thankful.
Yeah.
You said that you really wanted us to do this course for you, and we've never done anything like this. And really, like, just like you're used to having people reach out to you all the time. Hey, can you do this? Can you do this? People reach out to us all the time to do, can you do this or this or this? And we want to do what we feel inspired to do, and so when you reached out to us, it's also, I'll clarify, not just what we feel inspired about, but also we have to believe in someone's mission.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, the energy that you have, your dream catchers, the mission that you have is like, when your team reached out to us and asked us to collaborate with you, it was like, you don't even need to tell us all the details. Yes, we'll do it. We will do it. And I hope that resonates with people, because that's how we designed the class. We designed it really because we're focused on like really empowering people to take control of their finances and to become financially independent and really learn how to do it. So we hope that you guys are excited about this, that you want to sign up and take this course and do this with us, because we are really, really excited to get started. And it starts on Monday.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, it starts. So I'm about to jump off. Here's the thing. While we're still here, you got 1, 2, 3, 10 seconds left to guarantee your spot on 5 days to FIRE.com. 10 seconds left to guarantee your spot. After I get off, whatever happens, that's your business. I told you I can't promise nothing. I am on the site right now. It's working for me. But after that, look, I locked in my place. My sister is salty, but she's locked in her place as well. Right. So, and no, she cannot have my login. So she's in here like, you know what? Okay, got you. I'm like, you can babysit or not next week. Oh, okay. But you got your 2 seconds left so 5 days to FIRE.com. And don't be shy. I like to also do things with people. Hit up your bestie, your mom, your sister, your cousin, and see if they want to be an accountability partner with you. Because there's nothing like going on this journey with someone else. So don't keep this for yourself. It's 55% off for just dream catchers. You get these live sessions for just dream catchers. It's just really a blessing. And just like I said, I just really want to thank y'all, and thank y'all for hanging out with us tonight. If you had a good time, share this video, because as soon as we hang up, it becomes a recording, which is awesome. All right, bye y'all.
Thanks.